Hi there, thanks for tuning in. This is my top 5 best Dreamcast games, and these are just the games I think are the best in my collection. They're not necessarily best games across the whole platform, so just remember that random disclaimer before you get your panties in a knot. Thanks.
It's been a while, hasn't it? My friends from the AMS? It's me, Goldman.
So first on my list we have House of the Dead 2 for Dreamcast, which is hands down the best shooter on the system, in my opinion. I think it's the general consensus, and I just love the fact that you've got all these alternate paths that you can take. The shooting's just balls to the wall, and the voice acting's beyond terrible, but it just ends up adding to the charm of the game.
To protect the life cycle, I have made a creature to rule over mankind.
Another funny thing about this game is a lot of the characters you rescue seem to resemble people from Fraser. This guy looks like Gnarls. Or maybe it's just me. Anyway, that's House of the Dead 2. So the next up on my list, we've got Capcom vs. SNK Millennium Fight 2000. Now, this game, just visually, is a complete knockout. It has, all the aesthetics on point. The character sprites are a lot smoother than they are in Capcom vs. SNK 2 on PS2. The menus are really seamless. They've got great music playing while you go through these menus. You won't want to leave the menus. I sometimes just, hover in the menu for a good 5 minutes listening to the stuff. It's really loungy. So you can choose between two grooves in this game, Capcom and SNK. SNK is completely overpowered, so you want to use that for the most part. There's these really great intros, like what you've got here, for each stage, that really add a new dynamic to the fighting and just make things a lot more exciting. Combo system is, the button layout's simplified, so it's only a 4-button game, which makes it a lot more accessible. I'd say it's nowhere near as much depth as CVS2, but if you want something that looks smooth and plays fairly straightforward, this is what you want to pick up. I can't recommend the game enough. The PS1 port pals in comparison. I got paid. So next on the list we have a Star Wars game, shock horror, and it's a good one at that. This is Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. So the game is really fun to play co-op multiplayer with a friend. As you progress, you learn new combos for your characters. You can decide which abilities you want to level up, as far as I remember, like health, your force. The attacks are really, quite simple to use. Of course, Jar Jar's in this game, which is a bit of a negative, but for the first time you can actually kill him, which is really satisfying. That's for ruining episode 1, you insufferable moron. Voice acting for this game is possible. It's just a shame they couldn't get the whole cast on board to do the voices of those characters. Boss battles are really fun and exhilarating. I think the hardest part about the game is the platforming, but get good. Now on my list we have Project Justice, the sequel to Rival Schools. So one of my gripes for the original Rival Schools game was the air combos weren't really that hashed out and refined, but this game deals with that. The air combos are now as fluid as a Marvel vs. Capcom game, which really helps the flow. They've now added a way to counter the team-up technique moves, so they're not so overpowered, so you press your input for the team up at the same time as your opponent. A great story mode with a lot of dialogues and illustrations that are really nice. It fleshes out the lore of the game and, gives you a bit more bang for your buck. This game is very rare. Probably set you back a couple hundred. And at the number 1 spot in my list, we have Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. This game comes with both Street Fighter 3 New Generation and Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, which were the first 2 games in the Street Fighter 3 franchise. So you have the luxury of picking between 3 super arts, just like in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. The combat's really a lot more loose in this game compared to Third Strike, I'd say. If you're looking to brush up your skills with the parrying mechanics, Parrying Attack has you covered. You can choose between different levels of difficulty and practice parrying the balls to increase your skill at parrying in-game and against human opponents. Well, thanks for watching this video. That's the end of my list. I hope you have a great Christmas holiday. All the best.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.